up, y'all? It's me, Erica, and we are down here. Peace, y'all. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and we are down here, honey. We are down here to talk about what's going on in the blogs, honey. Last thing I saw, Young Miami's down there fighting over an old-ass nigga. A old-ass nigga. You over there on the internet fighting over an old man with worms? Puff Daddy? How old is Puffy? Old man. Girl, that's I said somebody said something to Young Miami, and I said to myself, it's a dick involved. And then I swiped left, and Puffy is kissing some Asian lady. Girl, somebody should have. I mean, my whole thing you do with them type of dudes, you just have fun. Like, what is the thing? What she say? Wait, here she go. Get that bread, get that head, get that bread and leave. That's what it is, right? Okay, so that's what you should have been no feelings caught with Puffy. An old man at that. Hold on, let me see how old Sean Combs is. I would ask Siri, but I don't feel like fussing with her. Sean Combs. We're on our way to Starbucks. Oh, I like the taste. Oh, I like this. American rapper. Sean Combs. Sean, Puffy, Puff Daddy, Daddy Love. What's his name? All the damn names he got. It's so funny. Like, he could change his name 1,000 times. Y'all will understand it, honey. But y'all don't understand. Oh, she doesn't know. I don't know what pronouns. Well, Puffy changed his name every 3 months. And y'all hop right on board. Start calling him whatever name he want to be called. Y'all understand that? Y'all get that? How old is Puffy? 52. Young Miami. Well, how old is Young Miami? 24? Girl, don't do it. Don't go out like no suck over no old ass, over the hill ass nigga. What's going on in Starbucks? They doing some reconstruct. Oh, they closed? Oh, shit. They are closed. Because they're doing construction. Won't be no Starbucks today, y'all. If I go to the other one, if I go to the other Starbucks, it's not going to be, it's one of my favorite ones too, but it's all the way down there. I don't feel like going all the way down there. It's a cute one. It's a cute little Starbucks. Okay, so Starbucks is under construction. So I don't know how long it's going to be under construction. So we're going to have to go to another locale. So we'll go to the other one when we go the next time. Okay, so no Starbucks today. So I'll just make coffee when I get home. Or mud water. I go back and forth. Mud water is good. But the flavor of coffee is what I really, really, really love. I love the flavor of the bitterness of the coffee. That's what I really love. So anyways, yeah, so Young Miami, don't go out over no old ass man with worms. You worm. Do y'all remember that movie Wildcats with Goldie Hawn and Wesley Snipes? And was Woody Harrelson in there? Ignore. Was Woody Harrelson in? Because I think that was one of the first. What? No. I think White Man Can't Jump was one of the first. Woody. No. That was Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson and Wildcats. Do y'all remember Wildcats? That was one of my favorite movies. Oh my God, one of my favorite movies. That's where UGLY. You ain't got no alibi. You ugly. What? You ugly. Remember? You ugly. Yo, you ugly. Your mama says you ugly. That's where that came from. Wildcats. I said the reason why I thought of Wildcats is because there's one scene where the girl says, calls the man a worm. She says, some, you worm. So don't be over there fighting over Puffy. He got worms, 52 years old. You too young. That's the problem now. Y'all too young and y'all don't see it. Y'all think y'all have all this game. It's funny at 25 or 24. You do think you got a lot of game, but these niggas, and that's the reason why them old ass niggas want to be with young girls, cuz y'all ain't never met no nigga like them before in your life. And you're going to be on a carousel of delusion and contradictions, and that's just how it's going to end up for you. That's why they go after the young girls. They go after the young girls because y'all don't know what's coming. Y'all haven't seen it. And then it works out perfectly. Let me tell you how it works out perfectly. It works out perfectly because they've taught you all to be ageist, right? And so when they teach you to be ageist, you figure that an older woman doesn't have what you have. She may not have what you have in terms of her physicality, but the experience and the knowledge and how she is able to, has gone through things, so she's able to pick these dudes out. That is the main reason why older men want to mess with younger women. Because the older women they've seen it before, they've dealt with that kind of man before, they could spot it coming from a mile away. Whether they ignore it or not, they can see it coming from a mile away. But then they make it so that women are kind of like in this competition over men. So if a woman gives you advice about a man, an older woman, you were going to say she's an old, bitter woman. That's the setup. Call her old, bitter woman. Dismiss her. Don't listen to her. She's hating on you. She's hating because she's taking your man. Like, they'll do that whole thing. Right? And that's the reason why they go after y'all. That's the reason why they explain 25 is the cutoff. And then you wind up in these relationships with these older men for whatever reason, and they behave the way that they do. And now your perspective on a certain type of man will forever be changed. You guys don't listen. You don't listen. But that is the setup. The setup is so that you don't listen and that these men can take advantage of their situation. Not of you, but of the situation, with you not having the knowledge, the experience. You might think us is, get that, what is it, get that head, get that bread and leave. But y'all be trying to act like you want to fall in love with these dudes. And no, it's not because you're more emotional than guys and, all the things that they tell you that you're socialized to believe about yourself. They're just as emotional. We're humans. It's how you're socialized. Like, we're all the same, but it's like all of these, like, like you're going through a factory and they're putting all of these programs into you in order for you to be socialized a certain way. For little girls going through the factory, she's going to want to get married by the time she's 25. She's going to need to have a degree she's going to want a degree by the time she's 27. She is, that's all these are all the things that you're going to be programmed or socialized to want. And for little boys, they're programmed completely different. Boys are programmed this way. Girls are programmed this way. And then they also have a little heterosexual switch in there too, right? That's why everybody thinks that everybody has a default setting of heterosexual. And then when they get out, they choose to be something else, right? I don't know. I just say it anyway. But that's it. That's the socialization, the factory settings. So one of the factory settings is, let's teach, anti-aging. Let's teach younger women not to listen to older women. Let's teach, older man. Let's make that acceptable. Like Mark Anthony. Mark Anthony is Jennifer Lopez's ex-husband. He is dating a girl 30 years younger than him. She's 29, I think, or something like that. That's gross. What are you talking about? Well, you know, Dr. Marcus Black from Love and Hip Hop, he says men don't emotionally mature until they're 43. I don't know where that number came from. I don't know where he got it from. I have no idea. But you know what I say about their excuses. So anyway, let's go on the Jasmine brand. We here to sponsor the blog. But that was the first thing I saw, was Young Miami on the internet fighting over an old man with worms. Puffy, a old pass around ass nigga, but nigga been passed around through bitches and niggas, and you up here on the internet fighting over community dick, bitch. Community dick, all the community, okay. And I'm not saying allegedly either. Puffy know he like dick. I mean, you like dick too. That's another thing. That's what I don't understand, why you be like, oh, I don't, yeah, because y'all know deep down inside, that shit ain't what it's supposed to be. It's not. It's not. They say the more you come in contact with it, the lower your value is. How many men you come in contact with, it lowers your value. So what does that say? What's the variable in that equation? And the more dick you come in contact with, it lowers your value. What is in that equation that could be removed in order for you to increase your value? Limit the amount of penis you come in contact with, I guess. All right, so let's see. Jocelyn, no. Nick Cannon considering getting a vasectomy. I ain't looking to populate the earth completely. He thinks it's funny. All I can say is just wait for the kids to talk. That's it. We're gonna see rock and roll. Mariah's kids, when those kids, they're old enough, because I think the boy be on TikTok and stuff like that. Didn't he get in trouble for being on TikTok one time talking shit? Yeah, when they get older, just listen to the children. I don't give a fuck what Nick Cannon says. I don't give a fuck what all these niggas say about all the kids that they have future. I'll wait for the children to speak, because the children are going to tell the truth. They're going to tell the story. So he's expecting his 8th child. However, he recently explained he had a vasectomy consultation. I don't know if I would have designed it this way, but it's one of those things when you're blessed with a gift of children. And as we all know, I've been through so much. I find solace. I find peace in my children. I find purpose. He shut up. That sounds like Charlie Brown's wonk, wonk, wonk teacher to me. I don't believe it. Like, I really believe y'all use children as scapegoats most of the time. When y'all be dangling children, and y'all, yeah, no. I find solace and peace in my children. When do you see them? When was the last time you seen them? I already went and got a vasectomy consultation, and I ain't looking to populate the earth completely, but I'm definitely looking forward to taking care and loving the children that I currently have. Yeah, maybe a therapist got a hold of him and was like, bro, this is not smart. It's not smart. It's very self-serving. It's very ego-driven. You're not finding purpose in people you don't even fucking know. Shut up. You don't even know this kid. I don't believe it. Anyway, Keyshia Cole, y'all saw that I posted that clip, and it's not like, oh, I told you so. You know, a Virgo loves to tell you I told you so, but it's like it is not rocket science. It is predictable behavior. It is how they're like. It's just how they're the factory settings. That's just it. Antonio Brown came out and was talking shit. And then now Keyshia Cole's, what's the next thing y'all do? This is toxic femininity. Being the bigger person, people pleasing, playing small. That's all that toxic femininity. I know we talk a lot about toxic masculinity, but toxic femininity is a real thing. She comes out, I don't exchange that same energy. I can't let someone's swaying character change mine. She's the bigger person, Keyshia Cole. A male-identified, black male worshiping bigger person. Okay, that's going to work out for you every single time. Every time. Y'all be playing the bigger person after these niggas humiliate you. There's no honor in that. I mean, maybe it's a personal thing. Maybe it's a personal thing. Maybe you believe it, but I believe you're socialized to be the bigger person. So you can allow these niggas to misbehave and you play the bigger person. And then everybody else coming afterwards is like, well, the last girl, she didn't even say anything. She just let them disrespect her on the internet. Update. Young Thug, jail officials react to his lawyer calling conditions inhumane and torturous. It's not the Ritz-Carlton. The Cobb County Sheriff's Office is responding to complaints about conditions inside of the jail where Young Thug is currently being held. Jeffrey, isn't that his name? Probably shouldn't be named Young Thug sitting in jail. Sound like a place for a young thug. This is jail. It is a detention center. It's not the Ritz-Carlton, so you have to recognize that. Members of the media were allowed to see inside the jail to view the conditions. The purpose of the day is to let the community know we're not doing anything that we don't want them to see. We run an above board jail. Yeah, right. And we want anybody and everybody to know that. Young Thug's lawyer filed an emergency motion for a bond hearing due to inhumane housing. Well, you act like a goddamn animal in the streets, you get put behind a fucking cage. And what do you think it's going to look like in there? What do you think? Now, I don't agree. I don't think that jail should be inhumane. I don't think they should be living in deplorable conditions. I mean, you're cut off from society. That's enough. You're cut off from society, and they're not really cut off because they got cell phones. The COs bring them cell phones. The COs ain't no different from the niggas inside of behind the bars. They just on the other side of the bars. Shit. But what do you expect the conditions to be like? You figured like this is what happens. It's just a what do you call it? An avalanche, a snowball effect, right? You hood nigga get access to some money, think you running things, start to idolize mafia style organizations. So then you start mimicking that. You get access to money. It gives you the false perception that you're closer to whiteness than you really are. So you get a little braggadocious and get into the booth and start bragging about the crimes if you have committed, because at the base of it, your mindset from the hood nigga has never changed. You still a low little gutter snipe. So you got the money, you got the access, you think you closer to whiteness than you are. You moving around and they still watching y'all. They watching y'all, especially the ones who get access to money, because they know that you're not going to do anything with it but be more of what you were before you had the money. Y'all walk right into it. Walk right into it. And now you in jail talking about this is not the Ritz-Carlton. What they say? It's not the Ritz-Carlton. Girl, it's a mess. Oh, well. Oh, well, poo-poo. All right, it says, no, we said we weren't talking about them people anymore. Oh, I thought this was funny. Mother sues biracial son's school over critical race theory curriculum. Says it totally changed his perspective on race. Okay. How old is the child? Because I thought critical race theory was not being taught at the grade level or the primary school level. I thought she said that.
So, Melissa, your son is the father's black, you're white, and he'd never mentioned issues with race before, you're saying? What exactly changed?
Right. We didn't have issues before. He's in 8th grade.
Hold on.
They introduced this critical program, and
this critical program.
Racial.
Wait. Wait, let me listen. Wait, let me start all over.
Line in. Please say a command.
Bluetooth audio. This shit was so funny to me. Come on, girl.
Bluetooth audio.
Okay, hold on. Here she go.
Thank you so much for it. All right, so Melissa, your son is the father's black, you're white, and he'd never mentioned issues with race before, you're saying? What exactly changed?
Right. We didn't have issues before. He's in 8th grade. They introduced this critical program, and now he's having racial issues that was not there before.
What kind of racial issues is he having?
Well, he's seen himself just as a black man. He's seen things that don't go his way as racism, and he's finding safety in numbers now.
So when you're saying he gets a bad grade at school, he blames racism, or a girl rejects him on a date, racism, are those the kind of things you're seeing?
Yes, I asked him to clean the house, racism, yes.
You're kidding, right? Or are you serious?
I'm serious.
No, I'm serious. They have totally changed his perspective. They have put him in a box.
All right, so Melissa, your son is
She said they put him in a box. Now, actually, the way that she framed it, I was like, now he has an awareness of his identity, or half of his identity, which was probably to the chagrin of his father, because, you know, I won't say what the motivation was for, you know, procreating with the white lady, to each his own, but I think, you know, they were not happy that he realized he was black, and so everything is racist. That's racist. That's what they're afraid of. They don't want to teach critical race theory in schools because they don't want, I guess, you to be aware of racism. It's so funny. It's so funny. So everything is racist now. You take out the trash. That's racist. You just want me to do it because I'm a broke down ass black man. She's mad now because he's put into a box where he only sees himself as black, and it might restrict him, and then it might also provide him excuses for not doing well. It might. So when she said put him in a box, I was like, it might put him in a box. It might put it. She said this critical race thing. She was not pleased. She was not happy. Let him change his whole perspective. Hopefully when he gets older and he has another teacher, that's, to me, I feel like that's what a teacher does. A good teacher changes your perspective. Have you ever had that one teacher, you'll never forget their name. You had that one teacher who said something to you that really just was like a light bulb went out. I had Mr. Aaron. I remember him in college. Mr. Aaron changed my perspective. He was a black man. He had been to Cuba. His ideas. He's the one that really opened my eyes about the United States. Like literally just the United States, not from a black man's lens, but just as this bully, and showed us these films and just was like totally like awakened me. I was in my early 20s and it just totally awakened me. I would never forget. I was so impressed that he had been to Cuba, because at the time they weren't letting Americans into Cuba at the time. And so I was so impressed that he had been to Cuba, or I just came back from Cuba. Him, Mr. Flowers was another one that was in college as well. He's a white dude, English professor. So fucking smart, but so political, so like, just both of them were very much like changed my perspective. And you just had that one teacher, but she said he's put into a box now. She was not happy. Did you hear? She was like that critical race thing. She did not like it. So yeah, Young Miami. Her name is this Asian girl. Why you so pressed, mama? I thought you was a city girl. I am, and that's why I fuck with your nigga and ain't coming off him. I don't care how many pics you post. Y'all fighting over dick. Y'all will nobody's gonna win. No one will win when you fighting over dick. He will. He's gonna get the fruit of all of that. He's gonna sit back and create a triangle. It's what they do. You ain't never had that experience before, huh? You'll have a new perspective once you're done dealing with this old ass worm having ass nigga. All right, let's see. Okay, let's see. Oh no. All right, let me go through the blogs. Okay. Garcelle Bouvais recalls eerie encounter she had at Bill Cosby's home. Something told me get out of there. Good for her. In the new memoir, Love Me As I Am, Garcelle Bouvais, 55, opens up about her personal life, journey to fame, and the encounter she had with the disgraced Hollywood figure, Bill Cosby, 84. During a recent appearance on Sirius XM's Bevelations with host Bevy Smith, shout out to Bevy Smith, Garcelle Bouvais, who made an appearance on The Cosby Show in 1984, recalled an eerie feeling she experienced when she went to Bill Cosby's home. Garcelle explained, I felt like when I got to his brownstone that I wasn't the only one there besides him. There was something eerie about not knowing if there's anybody else in the house and then having, him asking me if I want to drink and I wasn't a drinker. It was just all of those things. Garcelle said she listened to her instinct and then something told me get out of there. And that's exactly what I did. Yeah, because they alleged that Camille used to be there. Camille would be there and then she would disappear. And I'm glad she got out of there. That's awful. Beverly Johnson wasn't so lucky. She was she remember when she said when she realized she was Beverly Johnson said when she realized she was getting woozy, she said, "You motherfucker, you," because she knew what he did. She knew what he did. Ooh. And y'all want I'm gonna fight everybody. I'm gonna punch the air. I'm punching the air. Safari not feeling the gas prices. Okay, what else? Okay, let me see. It's a slow news day. I'm trying to see stuff. Okay, hold on. Let me go to the neighborhood talk. What time is it? Okay, we got a few more minutes. Oh, good. We got a few more minutes. A woman says she cut off friend who was embarrassed that she pulled out a food stamp card to buy groceries. I took my friend grocery shopping for her crib and I paid with EBT. She gonna say, "You finna pull that out in front of people? You crazy," out loud. I still got her groceries after that, but she's definitely dropped. What? You're embarrassed, but you're embarrassed because she had the card, but you want to benefit from the card. Girl, drop that bitch. Fuck her. All right, let's see. What's going on? Celebrating the birthday girl, Jermaine Dupree. Oh, look at Janet and Jermaine. Oh. Uh-oh. Sidney Starr reportedly arrested and taken to jail during Baddie season 2 taping. You know what? I'm just going to go out on the ledge. I feel like Sidney Starr might have some mental illness. It seems like she's always manic. It just seems like she's always like trying to move. It's just too much. It seems like she's always trying to move around. It's just a manic energy about her. I don't know. It's just always manic. I be like, Sidney, sit your ass down somewhere. It just be so much. Says that she got into a fight, ends up going to jail tonight at the Baddie season 2 finale. Zeus had enough of Natalie, got tired of you threatening the boss, attending the club, the Bad Boys. Not Sidney going to jail. She got arrested. That's too much. She need to calm down. She need to go sit down somewhere. I'd be like, Sidney it's too manic. It's a lot of manic energy. The baby gets curved again, trying to kiss a fan. Why is he trying to kiss people? He's so fucking gross to me. Every time I see that little evil leprechaun. Not the weenie is tired. Bitch, the neighborhood talk. I feel like driving this car through the terrain of the park. Not the weenie is tired. Nick Cannon says he's considering a vasectomy. This is from the neighborhood talk. Not the weenie is tired. That's hilarious. Let's see. Cassie. Where do I begin? I'm so grateful. I haven't been on stage in 6 years to date. And this was the first time in my career it was on my terms. Oh, good for her. Cassie said, all these mediocre bitches coming out, I'm about to come back out. All these sweeties and shit, I'm about to come right back out. The fuck? I know that's right, Cassie. You better come back out, girl. Okay, I'm trying to find stories. Oh, Sheree and Drew are going back and forth. Whatever. What's her name is so late. Hey, looking for a partner. Hey, someone who knows how to ride. Hey, without even falling off. Yeah, gotta be compatible. Yes, push me to my limit. Girl, when I break you off, I promise that you won't wanna get off. Hey, that shit used to go. Come on, Genuine. If you're horny, let's do it. Hey. Chloe was live previewing new music. Okay. Sheree responds to Drew's comments. Girl, bye. Not worried about that at all. Don't get ahead of yourself, newbie. Everybody knows, in Phaedra's voice, the only reason why you got a second chance is because of the loss of 2 long-term peaches. Charity Peach turned to Rotten Peach. Put some respect on my name. That's what Sheree said. You picked the right one with Sheree. Sheree's gonna go back and forth with you. Kenya might not. Kenya might pay you dust because she already sees that you're beneath her. All that other dumb shit. Girl, go hang it up. Flat screen. Flat screen. Okay, what else? Anything else? I think that's it, y'all. We had enough talk. Looking for real.
I just been making them mad, but minding my business and getting a bag. Imagine I gave some attention to one of their niggas. I just been making them mad, but minding my business and getting a bag.
Girl, they fighting over Puffy. You're not gonna win. Nobody wins when there's a dick involved, except
that Martin Luther King,
except for the dick.
he's a great father. Look at him, that strong black man. Look at him being at his kid's game. But you're cheating on your wife. You're not a good husband. But he's great in all these other aspects. How are you a great leader, a great CEO, a great black man? You're not great. You're not great. God, you're not. That is triggering. Yeah. Oh, well, I'm a good dad. You're not a good dad because you don't respect me. How the fuck you showing these kids you a good father and you don't respect their mother? You're not a great dad, my nigga. You're an okay human.
Someone being a good person to you means they're a good person to you. Someone being a good person to everyone means that they're a good person. What's more important, the fact that Martin Luther King is the man that fought for freedom or the fact that he was cheating on his wife?
Jesus. I'm going to give you this example. He's a great businessman. He's a great CEO. He's an entrepreneur. He's such a boss. He's a boss. Look at that man. He's a boss. He's a great father. Look at him, that strong black man.
Look at him being at his kid's game.
But you're cheating on your wife. You're not a good husband. But he's great in all these other aspects.
You know that's B. Simone, right? You know that's B. Simone, right? Yes, pick Misha. You know that's, yeah, like I said, you have to have enough experience for the perspective to change. It's only a matter of time. I'm down here trying to shake your shoulder so you don't have to go through it. But sometimes, and like I used to tell the people that I trained, I used to tell them, sometimes you have to go through the experience. I could share with you my experiences and my observations, but sometimes the best lesson is that you have your own experience yourself. That's how you learn the lesson. You know, but along the way, you're going to have people holding signs like, girl, wake up, girl, wake up, girl, wake up. You're a hater. She's just hating. You're bitter. This and that, until you finally meet that one who changes your perspective. And then you say,
on your wife. You're not a good husband. But he's great in all these other aspects. How are you a great leader, a great CEO, a great black man? You're not great. You're not great. God, you're not. That is triggering. Yeah. Oh, well, I'm a good dad. You're not a good dad because you don't respect me. How the fuck you showing these kids you a good father and you don't respect their mother?
you're not a good person. You're an okay human. And what gets the girls is when they see a good father, they assume that he will make a good partner. And the little nether regions start tingling. and they see a man taking care of a kid, they're like, oh, then think that makes him a good partner, and it does. And I've seen girls get duped by that so many times.
So with that being said, story time. And you see the steering wheel? That means I'm sitting in my car, so it's going to be good. Follow me. So me and one of my cousins just got off the phone, and we were talking about how men will dead ass use their kids to try to score dates with other women. And a lot of women see, oh, he's with his kid, he's got to be a good dad, so let's try to make that happen. But here's something that we need to start doing to see through their stupid ass antics. So a couple months ago, I was dating this guy, and he had a young daughter. I had never met her. We were only talking for a couple weeks at this point. And he calls me up out of the blue, and he goes, hey, I'm going to have my daughter, and I would love for you to hang out with us at the park. And just, just talking about how he really loves his daughter. And it was just, I felt like he was doing the most, right? So I was like, sure, let's go. I'm not doing anything. Let's make it happen. So we get to the park. And his baby mama, when she drops the baby off, kind of has like this vibe. It's not an attitude like towards me, but I just noticed her giving him a look. So I said, hey, do you mind? We're going to call him Specimen. I asked Specimen, do you mind if we have like a sit down? I just want to introduce, myself to her as a mom. I get it. You just don't want any random woman around your child. He looked a little apprehensive, which also was a red flag, but he was like, sure. So we stepped away. And we have a conversation. And I said, my name is Bella. I'm going to be around your daughter, I guess. Going to be hanging out for the day. And I got straight to the point. I said, how often does he see his daughter? How often does he do things for his daughter? What kind of dad is he? Honey, I wish you could have seen the look on my good sis face. Y'all, her facial expression said it all. She basically boiled it down and said that whenever he has a new flavor of the week, that's when he likes to have his daughter, and he does the absolute most. And then when he gets comfortable with this young lady, she rarely hears from him. She rarely sees him. And I just took it and I said, you know what? I appreciate your honesty. You see, men do not like when women talk amongst each other. And us as women, we need to start having conversations with each other, because I'm a firm believer that women aren't crazy. Men make us that way. And we need to start communicating the things that these men do and do not do for their children. And they will, like I said, use their kids as a way to make themselves look good. So after that date in the park, I explained that, baby, this is going to be the last time you see me. And I left it at that. I never explained to him the conversation that we had. I just told him that it was a simple introduction. And as soon as that date was over, I blocked his stupid ass. Because one thing about me, two things for sure, you're not going to play with me, sir. And you are not about to use your child to get in my panties. So ladies, we need to start communicating with each other about these dumbass men, because it'll save us a lot of fucking heartbreak in the fucking end. Goodbye.
Seeing a man that's a good dad, looks like a good dad, taking care of his kids and stuff like that, and you get into a relationship with him, and he got the craziest personality disorders, the craziest ideas of love, the craziest ideas of respect, the craziest ideas of kindness and compassion, you're like, you're not a good person. But how is he such a good dad? No, he's not a good person. The way that he's been in the factory, programmed and socialized to relate to women. Send them out. Send them out. Send them out. Send them out. And that's what happened. Sound like somebody's changed her perspective on a few things. It happens. Like I said, it's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. That's why you just gotta pay. Like I said, anything I say down here, you probably be like, Erica, and the truth be told, when I tell you guys the stories about my experiences, I haven't had that many experiences because I've always kept men at an arm's length. The ones that I've let close to me, those are the ones who did or tried to do the damage. The ones that got close to me, that's including my dad, my brother, my child's father, and then relationships after that. I just kept men at an arm's length. And then when I brought them in, I was like, these niggas don't know how to act. And I don't like the person that I am because of the way that men have been taught to relate to women. It doesn't work with my personality. I don't play those games for too long. It won't, no. I'm cut from a different cloth. The factory settings, I skipped part of the line. When I got the factory setting to put up with these niggas shit, I missed that part. I didn't get that. How long is she gonna put up with somebody's shit? They gave me a 2 to 4 year limit. That's what they put on me. At the 4 year mark, that's the average. Yeah, she's not gonna put up this one. This model is not going to put up with a bunch of shit. The way we've programmed all of these men coming out of this factory, this one, it's like every 10th woman. Oh, she ain't going to put up with a nigga shit either. She ain't going to put up with a nigga. It's not just me. It's a lot of y'all here ain't putting up with nigga shit for too long. Right? You go through because you think in a society, because you exist, you should be partnered with somebody. So you get partnered with these niggas and they've been programmed to relate to you a certain kind of way. And you're like, wait a minute, this doesn't make sense. I don't like the way this feels. And then you're like, okay, let me try it again. So you find a different type of person and you're like, wait, this nigga is the same. Different, but the same. Fraternal twins. These niggas all fraternal twins. The factory settings are the same. They body suits, their culture, their race, their religion, all the outside societal factors, but at the factory setting, they're all taught the same thing. Some skip the line. They're very few and far between. That's when you get, well, my dad and my uncle and my brother and some of those dudes, you think because the way your brother treats you and the way your uncle treats you and the way your male friends treat you, ask the women that they are in relationship with. Ask them how they act. Not how they treat you, because they're proximity to you, but ask the women that they date, how do they relate to them in relationships? That'll get your answer. Because your daddy might love you, but how is he treating the women that he's intimate with or that he wants something from? Every other one, a few, I'd say it's 1 in 1,000, where for women it's probably like 1 in 20. Every 20th girl doesn't have the factory setting. And she's like, wait a minute, this don't even make sense. But you have other parts of your programming that tells you this is what you want. This is what you want. And so you try it. And then you're like, wait, this is not working for me. And then the way society's set up is like, you think it's you. You think you're a bad picker. You just got a factory full of the same model man. He just looks a little different on the outside because the factory settings start and then they start adding the arms. It's like Westworld. They start adding the arms, start adding the eyes and everything else. But that internal box, it's all the same. All of them. It's all the same. So you just got to be mindful. And sooner or later, you start talking that shit. Because you saw B. Simone a year or two ago. She had a different perspective. She must have had a couple of experiences that changed that. And I'm sure some people be, oh, she sound bitter. No, she's telling the truth. Y'all think that because a man is good in business. Look at Ray J. He's great in business. Look at Ray J. Willie Ray Norwood Jr. Look at Willie Ray. You know that's Ray J's name, right? Willie Ray. Ray J. Ray Jr. Willie Ray Jr. Now he's down here treating women awful, releasing sex tapes, throwing bitches in pools, trademarking women's names. Yes, Princess Love's name is trademark. Go look it up. Trademark, Knockout Entertainment, Ray J. He's great in business, but how does he treat women? And then the women around him coddle him. Mama and Brandy coddle him. They don't want anything out because it might ruin his business image. Right? Why do you think men who are in business don't want people to know that they're cheating? Because you look sloppy. It's not that you're cheating. It's that you got caught, bro. You sloppy. So that means that you might be sloppy in business too. That's why Martell can't get his shit together. Because you a sloppy ass nigga, but you live in a world where you're allowed to be sloppy. A woman will accept a sloppy, cheating ass man. She will accept him. Because she has another programming that tells her, it don't matter, girl, as long as the thing is hanging between his legs, get him. and then throw it in other people's faces like my Young Miami and the other girl is doing down to the internet. Throwing an old ass worm dick of puffies around. Girl, let's pretend. Anyways, y'all will grow up. Pretty soon we'll hear Young Miami. Like I said, they talk all that shit on their records and we the city girls, we the city girls, we the city girls, but y'all don't have the experience. Y'all ain't been around the world. You the city girls, all right. You ain't been around the world and to meet half of these niggas that you coming in contact with. You meeting one type of nigga, these old hood ass niggas with a little bit of money. Now you met you another one, old ass nigga. You thought you had in Puffy, girl. That's it. Anyways, y'all, take care of each other. Protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Yes, my battery is on 5%. It's time to go. Take care of each other. Peace.